Beer helps fight hypertension. Research scientists from Harvard University shows that moderate drinking of beer to a lesser extent contributes to the high pressure than, for example, wine or cocktails. So far, all the credit for helping the heart was the wine, but it turns out that beer equally prevents diseases of the cardiovascular system. Italian researchers have found that drinking beer in moderation reduces by 42%. Compared to those who did not drink, the risk of heart disease. 1 beer a day, especially lager or porter, increases the activity of antioxidants, which prevent the formation of cataracts. However, if you drink 3 or more beers a day, the effect is exactly the opposite. That beer may have something to do with the lifestyle of true athlete. And yet, Spanish researchers have found that one of the strengths of their native beers helps in coming to himself after training. Asked students to those practiced until the body reaches a temperature of 40 degrees C, and then completed the lost fluids. One group of beer, and the other with water. They found that people who consumed beer are better hydrated than those reached for bottled water. Dutch researchers studied 38,000 working men and found an interesting thing. When those of subjects who drank every day very sporadically began over 4 years to consume a moderate amount of beer, have become much less likely to have diabetes type 2. Each bottle of beer, which a man eats during the day, reduces the risk of kidney stones with him as much as 40%. Finnish scientists argue. Researchers are not able to explain the exact relationship between the amount of beer consumed and the condition of the kidneys. But suppose that the increased fluid intake not only causes more frequent visits to the toilet, but also makes the kidneys work properly. A few beers a day can significantly strengthen our bones, provide researchers at Tufts University. Those who drank 1 or 2 beers a day had up to 4.5% higher bone density than those who do not drink beer. However, those who reach for more than 2 beers a day were exposed to decreased bone density by as much as 5.2%. Compared to non-drinkers. If you believe the research scientists at Oregon Health and Science University, 1 or 2 beers a day support the immune system and help fight infections. Scientists' laboratory monkeys vaccinated against smallpox, and then some of them gave alcohol, while the rest of drinking water with sugar. Monkeys who consumed alcohol in moderate amounts have responded to the vaccine better than those that had been spared the sugar water. The worst responded to drug the animals, which exaggerated the amount of alcohol consumed. In one study of 40 men watched the movie while solving puzzles. Gentlemen who had blood alcohol of 0.7 per ml completing the task a few seconds earlier than their sober rivals. According to British scientists, the more beer we drink, the more attractive to yourself spending. In another study, the same researchers asked 2 groups of people, the one in which the participants drank an alcoholic beverage and the one in which they drank alcohol-free, to preach speeches. When later asked them to assess how well they looked, how wisely they said and how funny they were, those who believed that they were under the influence of alcohol evaluate themselves more positively.